So what you get is, you get Ed, and he's scratching stuff with his pencils, colored pencils on, what is that, onion paper, whatever that is. And Matt is just going, well, you know, there actually has to be some foundations to this. He's very solid. He has an extraordinary reputation. That's the one thing that you don't always hear, is like when you Intel, as you're a client, you don't always hear it. But once you get behind the scenes, you start talking to the people in the know, they're like, well, Matt is extraordinary.
Matt is very driven, and he is very detail-oriented, and there's very little that gets by him, which is good, because that's the kind of guy you want on your side. You want somebody who makes you look good everywhere he goes, and that's Matt.
I love working with Matt. He's really kind of a nuts and bolts kind of guy, which I like. I'm an engineer, you know, architects and engineers kind of see things from a different world. Great ideas are wonderful, being creative is wonderful, but if you can't bring those to fruition in a timely manner, they're not much use. And that's where Matt excels.
You know, Matt is one of the most competent project architects I've ever worked with. I think he's an architect, but he has the mind of an engineer, and he drives a very efficient process. It's one of the things that we appreciate, the discipline that he brings to the development process. So we always know when we're on a project with EV&A and Matt's running it, that those architectural drawings and engineer drawings are going to get done on time, so in turn we can build the project on schedule.
A pretty common practice of good leaders, in that you always want to surround yourself with people that are better than you. The last thing you want is somebody that's just like you. The tension or conflict that you need in order to arrive at the best solutions possible. Matt brings that to the equation every single time, because he's different than I am. I'm more of the designer, he's more of the nuts and bolts kind of person. The yin and the yang, the balance of that allows us to achieve the heights that we have, and so for that I'm very grateful.